Hey there, I hope this mini tutorial finds you well in 2022 or years later, decades later, whatever, whenever you decide to watch this or whenever YouTube decides to recommend this to you. Who knows? But anyway, New Year's Eve 2021 towards 2022. So yeah, let's just get into Winger, Miles Away. And yeah, I just needed to post something because my channel was kind of dead and my mom was, busting my brains to not let the channel die. 360 people waiting for you. Whatever. It might be even less depending on when you're watching this. She meant the subscribers, whatever. Subscriber count. Anywho, Winger, Miles Away. So I'm using a standard E tuned guitar, and the whole thing is quite easy in terms of notes and nothing too fast, whatever. But there's a caveat: you need to play with soul and feeling, which is kind of expected for anything that's called music. So let's get on to it. You should know the drills by now. Not too many note namings and string namings and put your finger there, whatever. I'm just gonna play it slow. Just gonna give you a nice time watching what I'm doing and trying to replicate based on what you're hearing and seeing. So the rest is up to you. Alright, so starting with that, and actually getting this camera closer, because that's the way every professional tutorial starts, with like some shaky fucking cam and you getting to see everything around the room nice and tight. Anyhow, yeah, so finally getting into it, 2.5 minutes in, we have so obviously you can do it with or without the slide. I like to do it with the slide in. Pick a flavor, or without any pinch harmonic, doesn't matter that much. Not now. This is the first part. And here's a tricky thing, because you need to kind of teleport with your index finger from the third string onto the fourth string and grab it, and also do a bend. It replaces this, right? So it's a one full step, whole step bend. So you can mimic the whole thing, not get exactly up to one full bend or whole step bend, but yeah, depends how you prefer to kind of slur the whole thing in. So yeah, that's the first part plus the second part. And now we go into the third, which is You got the idea, right? So The whole trick here is in the timing. I don't want to spend time actually explaining any magic formula or whatever. Just pay attention to the timing and make sure you get the feel right. So just play against the original. So from here, I go here and by the way, there are multiple choices when it comes to what finger positions you're using and what string choices you make, and yeah, different fingerings and whatever. This is the one that I'm showing you because this is the one that I prefer, because again, this is what to me sounds closest to the original. When I first was trying out this solo, I came across multiple variations while trying to see what was happening. I figured I could play it in multiple ways, and I did. But some of the jumps and transitions weren't that smooth, or they were, but just not like in the original. That's why I had to change things around, and this is kind of like the final version that I'm showing you, right? So, anyhow, again. So, from the beginning, it kind of all revolves around the same position in the first part, and I mean in the first half, and in the second half is going to revolve around another position further up the neck. So alright, so those were the notes for the first half. No pinch harmonics this time, just so that you can hear the notes clearly. Feel free to add them pretty much whenever you want to. So now going into the second half, we have this bluesy kind of bend and stop and whatever. It's something like so I'm bending on the third string. I know I said I won't be naming strings, but just this time around so that it's a bit more easy. And then first string, second string. Usually, at least for me, usually I'm doing this sort of thing when I'm playing just random things and improvising. I'm doing it and usually coming up with a bend at the end. But this time around is, so if you're the same as I am and you're used to doing it, don't do it this time, because it's actually, and then you go into the same bend that I just did before. And here it's again something that shouldn't be tricky for any reason, but for me it sort of is, which is strange because it's a normal string switch and I'm used to doing these things a lot faster at way higher BPMs. It's just that this time around, probably because it's not that complex, it kind of makes me a little bit lazy, and when it's time to just shift into a higher gear, it's kind of like, whoa, I wasn't ready for this. So here you have to go. Obviously I'm not gonna pick all of them. I'm just going to pick the first one, which is still on the second string, and then the run that I'm doing on the first string is going to be just pretty much legato. So I'm just gonna pick the first note of the series, and I'm going to hammer on and pull off for the other ones. This is going up and then going down. So yeah, I kind of lie there. It's another pluck in between when you're changing direction, because obviously you're losing all that momentum. So when you're changing in between the second and first string right at the beginning of this lick, feel free to do outside picking, which means basically just going down on the second and up on the first, or if you think it's easier, just do it inside picking. So yeah, do an inside picking motion, which is the opposite, meaning up pick on the second and down pick on the first. So that was inside, that was outside. So once again, the second half from the beginning. And now we have a bend, which then continues with catching the first string. So this one requires a little bit of explanation. So you're bending up to this note, which is exactly the same as this one. That's why you're bending up to pitch, and then you're sort of using the so-called banana technique, at least I call it that way, where you're holding like a bar across multiple strings, in this case just two, but multiple strings on the same fret, which causes your finger to go like this, hence banana. So you're going again. Hammer on and pull off. Just a normal bend there. Then it's a pull off with or without picking it. If depends on how you wish to do it. And then it's bending without actually picking anything. So you're basically just bending while being mute. And again, you have the banana, this time around with your ring finger. So actually, let's take it from the very beginning with the second half. Sorry again. Paying attention to too many things. My monitor just went into standby and I was trying to see if you can see anything. Let me get my sexy blues posture so that you can also see what I'm doing with my right hand. Because I was noticing that it ain't that visible. So, whoa, fireworks. Great. Let's do it once more, just a little bit faster, because I was missing quite a lot of shit just because it's that slow and I'm losing the inertia in this string. So. Alright, so from the very beginning, let's do it once more. Sorry. And again. All this problem in the book, it becomes muscle memory, and when you're doing it slowly, you fuck it up. So, one more time. And just because I'm feeling like I kind of owe you, I'll do it once more. Just slightly faster this time, okay? So that's kind of it, I guess, after a long, grueling session with yours truly. But then again, what could you expect from this channel? It's, yeah, it's kind of the way it is. You should know that by now. Or if it's your first time here, it's, yeah. Sorry, I should have warned you earlier, but then again, you were brave enough to hold on till the very end, hence me still, speaking. What was I saying? I have no idea. That firework just scared the crap out of me. And it's, yeah, I think I'd better end this video right now and start washing and cleaning the shit that I did, quite literally, because otherwise it's going to get inside the fabric and it's kind of stain and all that shit. wouldn't want to see it. Not a pretty picture. So whatever, I hope you like it. Just drop a comment down below. Sheesh. I need to go change. So you let me know how it went. Whoa. Yikes.